The second thing that we notice, we believe that language is the foundation. But what most product people do, I don't know if it's you guys, but most product people start by saying, oh, there's a problem, and we're going to build a product that's going to solve that problem, and then we're going to market it. Right? Our passion is in building, most of us. And so we start around the building of the product that's going to solve the problem, and then we slap some language on it. And I hear this conversation all the time. And out of the 45 companies in the last 18 months, at least 40 of them have kind of said some version of this. And I don't know where people are being taught this. I don't know how I was taught this back in the 90s, but I was also taught this. But through experimentation, I realized that this is actually the wrong way to look at it, okay? The right way to look at it, if you want to grow your business, is to say, what is the language? How am I going to market this, right? Reed had mentioned earlier this idea of figuring out your distribution channel. I'll actually say, figure out your language. Your distribution channels will take care of itself once you explore those as well, but figure out what the language is and then build the product to fit what the language is. Okay, so let me give you some examples. Years ago, we had a company where it said store your photos on the homepage. And we were allowing for digital photography to be stored on the site. And we were not growing. And so one day, we literally just changed the homepage to say share your photos. And the team that was working on it said, oh, our site doesn't actually share photos, it just stores the photos. And I said, well, fix that. Right? And so what ended up happening was they started building features that allowed people to share their photos, and we registered 47 million people in 6 months. Okay? And that was back when the internet was 250 million people. Okay? So what we realized is that by changing the language, you change how the users are interacting with your site. They're going to get viral, they're going to use it. But you also change your thinking about the product so that the features and the way the subsequent language in the product works actually fits with the main value proposition. And we created explosive growth with that. Another quick example, we had a matchmaking website, and the promise there was find a date. And it wasn't growing, and we had to buy all this traffic from Google and elsewhere to keep the whole thing going. So what we did is we changed the language and the value proposition to say help people find a date. And when we did that, we registered 28 million people in about 9 months, virally, with no cost to us, because we changed that and then we changed the product subsequently.